advocate in their Everyone, thank you for attending the special board meeting of the Franklin County Community School Corporation Board of Trustees. To start off, we're going to discuss the 2023 budget transfer.
The budget appropriation transfers were in the amount of $3,723,834.31 within the education fund and $556,477.83 within the operations fund were made to eliminate appropriations with negative balances. I am recommending the approval of these transfers. These happen every year at the end of the year. The appropriations that we made at the beginning. This year, the reason that the education is so off is because the DOE included an object fund, an object code change to help better track where we're spending education fund dollars. And those changes were made after the budget was put together in our accounting system. So therefore, we are quite off a little bit. But these happen every year. I am recommending that we just approve these transfers. We did not go over the amount of budget that we had set out last year. It's just within the specific line items, like discussed.
Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, can I get a motion? Which one? Is that a waving hand, Jessica? Or was that Brandy? Okay.
No,
I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
I think it was Kevin.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Okay,
Yes.
Jessica seconds. All in favor, raise your right hand. We got a 5-0 vote. Next up is the property liability workers' comp insurance.
Yes, the insurance committee, Mr. Isaacs, Kendra, and then Mrs. Wilson and Mrs. Brennan and I did a Zoom, I think last Friday when it was snowing. We had a scheduled in-person, but we switched real quick. We went to Zoom, and Paul and his associates were on the line. They went through our policy for workers' comp and property liability. They were very detailed in their presentation. He is recommending that we continue to stay with EMC. He did quote, I believe he said Liberty Mutual. It was about double the current premium we have. I think there was Glatfelter that chose not to quote us. So it is a significant increase. It's a $33,000. A little over $33,000 increase from our premium of last year. And the biggest difference, I went back and looked at our line items last year. Commercial property was $77,000. This year it's $94,000. So we saw the largest increase in our commercial property. And we asked Paul about that and his 100% replacement cost because of the cost of materials, etc. And he did say that everyone he's quoting is about a 35 to 50% increase from last year. So the good news, our workers' comp did decrease by $675. So we do have a very good rating. We have a rating of about 0.61. About 5 years ago, this was 0.74. So Keith has done a really good job of having those guys attend classes, safety classes, etc., to lower our premium. So, with that being said, $213,173 for our premium. Just to note, there is cybersecurity in here, but it is very minimal because that is the most that they would give us. I anticipate bringing back to the board an additional quote for cybersecurity. We did do that last year, just to protect ourselves in that realm as well. So I don't have that. Paul's still working on that. So
Are we still insuring the board that was supposed to be sold to the county for the 911?
no, we're not.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve this policy.
Jessica made the motion. Is there a second? Is there a second? Beth. All in favor, raise your right hand. And it's 5-0. I assumed you were raising your hand there, Beth. That's your left.
Sorry.
The Early Literacy Achievement Grant Distribution is up next.
So House Enrolled Act 1001, they appropriated $10 million for distribution of stipends to teachers. So to distribute this, we went back 2023. Any teacher that was teaching a pre-K through grade 3 that had that was directly responsible for literacy or reading instruction. And we also pulled in our paraprofessionals that were assisting in those classes. Our total amount in Franklin County was $8,609. To differentiate between certified and classified, we used our tag formula that we have already established with the board, meaning the teachers received a 25% larger stipend than paras. So it came up to about $195 for a teacher and about $156 for a para. That's before taxes. So I'm asking for approval of that grant distribution today.
There's a study by the University of Tennessee that directly relates early literacy. If they do not have achieved literacy by the 3rd grade, they are likely to wind up in a jail cell somewhere. So literacy is extremely, extremely important. Is there any discussion?
The people that are involved in the stipend are not just the coaches, but they are just the ones that teach.
Anyone that had any reading interventionists, special ed teachers, classroom teachers, paraprofessionals, they all receive the stipend.
Okay, so most of your regular, that's terrible.
Pre-K
girl.
through 3 only.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody above grade 3 in the House Enrolled Act is not eligible.
Any further discussion? Do we get a motion? Beth? Oh, was that Kevin? Sorry.
I'll
I'm
second.
blurry. Kevin seconds. So all in favor, raise your right hand. Still your left, Beth. 5-0. In personnel, we have the custodian for Laurel School.
Right, I just threw this on here because we did have a custodian resign after our last board meeting. And we do have a recommendation to get her started and save another couple weeks before our next board meeting. We do have a recommendation for custodian at Laurel.
Any discussion? Is there a motion? Brandy? Second? Jessica? All in favor, raise your right hand. Oh, thank you, Beth. That's 5-0. This concludes our special board meeting. Our next one will be February 12th, I believe, at same location.